So this assignment is about the sense of smell, how smell works, and what molecules have to do with that. So smelling molecules. And you already know a little bit about this, but what we need to learn is a couple of things. First of all, how the shapes of molecules affect things. So how do they affect the way that things in the world work? Why is the shape of a molecule important? Second, we need to learn how to write a coherent explanation for a phenomenon. A phenomenon is just something that happens, say, in nature. So how can we write a clear, coherent means something that makes sense. So how can we write an explanation that would help people to understand what's going on with smell? And now beyond these two guidelines, number 1 and 2 here, it's really up to you what you learn in this little activity. You could choose to focus on a particular aromatic molecule. Aromatic just means a molecule that has a scent, a strong scent. How the sense of smell works, you could focus on that. You could focus on how dogs use the sense of smell and how maybe that's different than humans. You could focus on how colognes are made, etc., etc. So this is up to you, and we can talk more about that. Now, why do we need to learn this stuff? Well, we're going to learn it so that we can understand how chemicals work, so that we can use them more safely in our lives. We want to be able to use chemicals because, of course, they're very common, and we want to be able to use them wisely and safely. Also, so that we can explain things to others and ourselves. This is about learning how to learn and learning how to help other people to learn. And so that we can train our brain to think and explain. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but train our brain to think and explain. So your brain is actually flexible, and the nerve cells that make up your brain can get they can get better at doing things. This has been proven. So it's not that they're actually muscles, but you can think about them as muscles that if you exercise them, you can make pathways in your brain so that it works better, more quickly. Now, how are we going to learn it? Well, that's up to you. You could try a few things. You could try YouTube videos like the ones that I've linked below. If you scroll down, you'll see a couple videos. This one here, genetics and smell, and then this one here on how we smell. You can try YouTube videos. You can check out Wikipedia, howstuffworks.com, discovery.com. There's a lot of cool websites that you can learn about science on. And how will we use the knowledge once you have it? So how will you use it? What we're going to do in this case is we're going to make something called a Wiki Page, which is a web page that anyone in the world can view and that we all work on together. We're all going to contribute to it. Now, you can actually work directly in the Wiki page, or you can just make something in Google Docs or right here in the Moodle assignment and submit it there, and then I will put it on the Wiki page, whichever you'd like. But let me just show you what the Wiki page looks like. I just kind of started it here, and I've called it Smelling Molecules, and so this is what the page looks like so far. You can see it's got a little table of contents going on here, and you guys are going to be able to click edit here and just add to this page, just like so. When you think of a wiki, think of Wikipedia. When you look at a Wikipedia article, it doesn't usually have just one single author. It's got a lot of authors from all over the world, and they can all get in there and edit it and change it and add new stuff, and that's one of the cool things about Wikipedia. So that's what we're going to be building, and if you look here, your contribution can be anything. So it could be a couple of paragraphs explaining how smell works. It could be a poster about a particularly smelly molecule. Now, if you want to make a poster, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of it, and then we can scan it and post it on the wiki. And it could be a song that we can post on the wiki page. What you got to make sure to do, though, is this right here: synthesize information from a range of sources, texts, experiments, websites, into a coherent understanding of a process, phenomenon, or concept, resolving conflicting information when possible. So if there's some difference of opinion out there, if you read some different explanations, try to figure out which is the best one. And see the attached rubric. So look down here over to the side here next to the assignment where it talks about grading, and you can find the rubric there. Make sure you do some research and include citations for the websites you use. So put the website if you're using the wiki, what you can do is just hyperlink to it, and I can show you how to do that. So Like this, when they're highlighted blue and you can click on it, that's called a hyperlink, and you can make a hyperlink right to the website source that you used. And the wiki link is here. Now, when you're doing this, make sure, just like when you're doing any kind of research or any kind of learning really, make sure the source you use is one that knows what they're talking about. How can you tell? Just try asking yourself these questions. Who wrote it? Are they an expert? And then, are they biased? In other words, are they trying to sell you something or convince you to do something that depends on what they're saying? Now, this doesn't mean that this one right here, this question, if the answer is yes, that they do have a bias, it doesn't mean that they're wrong, that it's useless information. It just means that you might want to look at some other sources too, because this person might be allowing their bias to kind of influence their beliefs and what they're saying. Now, before we start with this though, I want you to do one thing for me, and that is take this quick pre-quiz here to see what you already know. So scroll down to the bottom and you're going to click the quiz. Take that quick quiz. We want to just see what you know already so that we know how you improve on this. And then if you scroll down further, you'll see the rubric. And one of the things I'm going to ask you to do when you're finished with this assignment is I'm going to ask you to score yourself using this rubric before I score you, because I want to see how you guys are at judging how well you did. All right? Have fun with that.